What's happening, guys? What's happening?
Yo.
Big crew today, baby. Turn me up, baby. Just put my volume maximum, okay? Cut everybody else off. My volume is maximum, okay? Turn me up, baby. Let's go. Euros, Saturday morning.
I want to do the Iceland clap.
Hey, yeah, guys. Hey, man, guys might be thinking in the condo, but I don't know who the majority is supporting here. Probably England. So look, man. Saturday morning we're starting everything. Guys, thank you for joining us, man. We're back on Krossfire. And Nigel, man, haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, man.
Sentosa, what's happening, brother? All good. Kevin, welcome back. Bas, my man. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, cheers, man.
Nigel.
Cheers, guys.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit you straight and talk to me. Group A.
No problem, man.
Italy, Turkey. Take it from here, brother. Who do you think will be the favorites and who do you think will get out of the group?
Yeah, look, the obvious favorite is going to be Italy, right? I mean, it's the strongest team. This group is interesting, right? Because it's like the opposite of group of death. It's a group of life, I guess. You got one strong team, and then it's everyone else's game for like the second spot, right? Look, it's quite simple for me. I think Turkey is going to get number 2 because they have, like how Lille won the League One. They've got a defender from Lille, they've got a midfielder from Lille, and then they've got the top scorer from Lille, right? They're all Turkish. They form the back line. They've got the Leicester guy in the back line. And then if you look at Switzerland, full defense from the Bundesliga, and then nothing up top. I mean, unless you count Shaqiri, right? But the guy doesn't play. And you look at Wales, they have Ramsey and Bale up top, and then no defense. So, like for me, it's just, I think that's how it's going to play. But actually, all 3 teams, very, very strong. So could be anyone for second spot. But I think Italy, and then, yeah.
You don't think Switzerland will take care and upset? And how solid is Italy's team actually?
Who's Italy's team? Not very strong if you compare to like previous generation, right? Strong in defense, and then basically
they have defense a bit old.
Yeah, the defense, they have Chiellini and stuff, but they have all the new players as well. Yeah. They have Bastoni, who's like 20-something from Inter, and Inter just won the Serie A as well, right? He's a starting centre back from Inter as well. Florenzi from PSG. The only issue they have is probably left back because I believe they will. Yeah,
Emerson's the first left back.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. The guy doesn't play, right? So that's the only issue.
But he's fresh, then he's be fresh, lah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So they got a couple of guys from Roma as well, but I think it's a good mix.
Oh, not bad. Okay. Group B. Who's doing Group B? Kevin.
Oh yeah. Most is obviously Belgium with the favorites. They've already beaten Russia during the Euro qualifying, and they beaten who's that team? Denmark during the UNL, Nations League or something like that. Yeah. So they've already beaten both of them in the previous qualifying. So they are definitely favorites to go through. But the question is, De Bruyne has an injury, facial injury, and he just had an operation today or something like that. I think he's going to miss the first game. And then you have Eden Hazard coming back from 2 years of injury. So he's hardly played. He's really out of form. So I don't know whether Martinez is going to play him because at the moment he's a liability. But after all, he's still their captain. And then also you have like extra Wiesel coming in from injury also. So other than that, I think this year the main man will be Lukaku. It won't be Eden Hazard. It won't be De Bruyne. Because Lukaku is really on form. I watched him play against Croatia that day, and he's definitely a beast.
Belgium qualified top in their group, is it?
Yeah, they were in the Euro qualifying. They were in the same group as Russia, and they were first, and Russia was second. And then in the Nations League, Belgium was first, and Denmark was second. So they already beaten these 2 teams a couple of times.
Yeah. So who do you think second?
Second will most likely be a shootout between Russia and Denmark.
Yeah.
But I have to give it to Denmark since they have a pretty solid defense.
But Sailash said Finland under Mika Häkkinen, they have a fast-paced sprint to the goal. They were having a chat today, and then he said, "You look, macam Kimi will come, Mika will come, macam they both right wing, left wing wingers." Yeah.
But they're getting some imports from F1 as well. Kimi right now coming in.
It depends on Timo Pukki.
Yeah, man. Put some respect on Timo Pukki.
The championship this season. So he'll be the main man for Finland. But I think it's most likely be Denmark because they have solid defense, solid midfield. Only their scoring, they might be a bit lightweight up front.
They can when they want to.
Who is the striker for Denmark, bro? Sorry.
Okay. Actually, they don't have any player on form. The only player on form is probably the young striker, Jonas Wind. The old strikers like Poulsen, and Cornelius. They are not resting on
respect
form this season.
Braithwaite, man, Barcelona legend, right?
He's not scoring much, so there's no
he's not playing much.
He scored in the last friendly though. He scored in the last friendly.
Hey guys, I heard Bentner retired, man. Otherwise, this is Denmark's Euro, right? But Bentner's retired. You know, they give everyone else a fighting chance, right?
But give an eye to Jonas Win. He's young and he looks pretty decent, so he might be the big surprise this season.
He would knock the win out of everyone, lah.
Yeah, and for Russia, we have Golovin show this time, because it's a really inexperienced squad this time for Russia. So depending on Golovin to pull the strings there.
I heard Steven Seagal is the assistant coach for the Russian team. You know Steven Seagal? Steven Seagal, the actor. He's he's the assistant coach there.
Motivational
really?
coach.
No, look, Steven Seagal is in Russia. He's apparently been sent to Siberia. But I don't want to get into that now. It's all on the internet.
Is it on Team US? Is it Team
He ran away because of all that sexual thing and whatever. Anyway, I was just kidding, my man. Anyway, good stuff. So 1, 2, and 3, Russia, the dark horse are Finland, Mika and Kimi.
I know. Sorry. No Finland.
Okay, Sailosa, aka Sentosa.
Right, guys, Group C, the group of death. Here we go. A very interesting group. Very interesting group. I knew they gave me this group by choice. I've got a lot to talk about here. Funny, I fancy Ukraine qualifying from this group top. Fancy because Ukraine, because they've had a very, very good qualification. I think they were unbeaten. They went on beating Portugal as well, if I'm not mistaken, at home.
Yep,
so they have a pretty decent setup, pretty experienced setup as well. Half of their players are still around from the last 2 tournaments, from the Euros and the last World Cup. So I'm putting my money on Ukraine qualifying top here.
I'm taking notes.
Over Holland.
For the fantasy, you got to get your
Holland. You see, Holland. They got no strikers. They depend on Memphis Depay, Gini Wijnaldum to score all the goals, and you get these Austrians and North Macedonian guys to put all the guys against their midfield. They're toast, and the Netherlands defense is not that great as well. You know, they've been leaking quite a bit of goals. And the biggest news today came up from the Netherlands. Man United's top player Donny van Beek is out.
Oh, really?
Has he ever been in the whole season?
Injured.
So he has only played
on the bench.
He has only played 4 games this season.
Yeah.
And, the Euros came too soon for him.
So you call it.
But in all fairness to them, Netherlands will qualify. I think they will qualify second, but it's going to be a tussle between them and Austria.
Why Austria, bro? Like, I mean, of course, Austria will not Macedonia for sure. But Austria don't have any star players.
True, but I think this Netherlands team, if you check them out, their qualifiers, right? If you take a lead against them, they get very, very disgruntled. They get very, very upset. And they start shooting from outside the penalty box like, headless chicken. They just don't have a very good striker up front, like a Huntala or like what's that United guy's name? Like your Nistelrooys and all those guys. They don't have a focal point up there. And that's a lot of stress on the midfield, and they can get very tired easily.
Non-Macedonia?
Well, I'm just hoping for a point from them.
Well, Golden Pendash, is it? I think.
Yeah, respect to that name, man. Legend.
So it's Ukraine and Netherlands for me.
All right, sweet. Okay, Group D, Vas, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, hit it. There we go.
Right. Okay. Well, I would say Group D, obviously joint favorites, if not favorites, depending on which bookie you're looking at. England to top the group, barring any surprises.
Wow.
Barring any surprises, England to top the group. I have them the top, Croatia to follow, and both to qualify. And I'm choosing Scotland to finish third ahead of Czech, and probably sneak in as one of the top 4 third place teams as well. Now England, obviously Harry Kane up front, on his day, he's also odds on to to be the top scorer. So hopefully, that's fine. I mean, they've not conceded many goals either. In fact, seeing their defensive formation or the formation of England, they're very good defensively. Keepers are good as well. In fact, all the choices of keepers are good. But having said that, Maguire is doubtful to even start, and even they have him as doubtful. So Chilwell was brought in, I think, was it instead as a replacement?
He was in the squad. I think it was Ben White, is it?
Ben White, yeah. Ben White.
Ben White
was brought in. Yeah. Sorry, my mistake. Ben White was brought in to strengthen the defense in the case of Maguire. But I think England, most of the squad is basically the guys, younger guys who have won the under 19, I think under 19 tournaments before. They have had enough experience in the Premier League. So I think getting out of the group is not a problem for England. They should top the group. And that's pretty much England, to be honest. I don't expect.
Who's your front three, by the way, for England?
Who's what?
Your front three for your choice.
Whoa, front three. Obviously, Kane would be there. Rashford, definitely up front. Well, it depends on how it goes, but I like these two up front.
Foden, Sancho, and Mount.
Sancho,
Sterling.
Yes, Sterling.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So yes,
depends on the form. Depends on the formation as well, I suppose, how they play. But I think enough. I think England has depth in its side. The only thing is they must just know how to win and win convincingly. They're fine. They're good.
Who's the anchorman for England? Who's the anchorman for England?
Who is the anchorman for England?
Who's your anchor?
No. I mean, they don't have a very strong defensive midfielder guy. Right?
Declan Rice?
Yeah, Mr. Nasi.
Declan Rice.
Yeah. No, I think they have. You see, I think you look at them, even have seen them play recently. Only I think I've seen the younger players are quite brave. I think they are fearless in that sense as well.
I think Henderson will be the man.
No.
Because he was drafted in, although he hardly played for Liverpool, but he brings in experience. I think that's the reason why Southgate drafted him in.
Yeah, but then it was foolish, like what he did the other day as well. He wasted a penalty when he's never scored before. So,
but it was a very good save though by the keeper.
I know. But having said that, I mean, he's not scored before. So I know. I think this is the other thing. I think the only problem that England has is working as a team as such. And fighting back for results as well. So I think I've followed them enough to know, that is one of their weaknesses that they have, and hopefully they get around that, because they seem like a pretty formidable side as well, all round. So I think this, and then the fact that they have the home advantage, because apart from 2 games, it depends on where they progress, how they progress. The rest will be all at Wembley for them as well. So it is a best chance for them to
it could be a double-edged sword, wouldn't it be? Like the friend pressure for your own fans.
Yeah, true. But I think that is not going to show so much with the pandemic and all of that as well. I think the players are used to that as well. So I don't think that's going to be intimidating for them anyway.
So your number 2 is sorry.
Number 2, so go on. So I'll say Croatia simply because they've got a mix of experience, pretty much. Perisic, Modric, obviously, Lovren in their side. They've got a mix of
I think Lovren's injured
as well.
Is Lovren still injured?
I think he's made the side. Has he made the side?
Yeah, he's made the side.
But I think he's still.
He's not playing.
He won't play.
Yeah, he's not playing though. Okay, but still, I mean, they have that experience. I think they've got enough. They've got enough of a mix to qualify. Also, considering their results during the group stages as well, and in comparison to the Czech Republic and Scotland. I would kind of like favor them to go through automatically as the second place winners in the side. Scotland struggle to score, I think, and they don't have enough firepower in front and experience as well. So I find that that is a bit of their stumbling block anyway. Czech Republic, pretty senior side, probably on their way out. Nothing to shout about, to be honest. I think results with them is more of a surprise. They have Thomas Susak, I think, from West Ham, right? So as a playmaker in the sense, but apart from that, I don't see anything exciting about the Czech Republic side that is playing in this tournament.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now Group B. Now my homeboys supposed to do Group B, but your daddy duty. So let me hit you all. Some facts.
Yeah.
Some hard facts. I hope you all are sitting down. It's going to hit you so hard, right, guys? And we're going to see it coming.
Yeah, go on.
Now,
Wait.
Sweden have made 6 consecutive Euros, apparently.
Okay.
Spain have not won a group game in 3 attempts or something at the Euros. Poland are my secret dark horse in this thing, and Slovakia, I don't know, bro. Marakam said not, bro. They can make it, they can keep or not. Now, Spain did good in qualifying. I think they won a lot of matches. I think they lost only one. That guy who plays for Villarreal, his name is Moreno. He's number 2 in the league. He's scoring, I think, he had 21, 22 goals, only behind Messi. So he's on form, good. He didn't score in the UEFA finals, I think, but whatever. And you've got some of the old dogs. The Ramos is there. The whatever's are there.
There's no Ramos.
Ramos didn't, right?
No Ramos.
There's no Real Madrid players in the squad.
Yeah.
Oh my
no
God.
Ramos and no
There's
Nacho.
no Real Madrid players in the squad for the first time.
When did they finalize the Spain squad? I read this just now. I thought it was
Last year inside they decided.
last year. Yeah.
Last year inside they decided.
Booking,
No Ramos.
they book first and then they say
He didn't
Vamos.
make it. He didn't make it.
Okay. So who's the captain for the team?
Right, Busquets? Who is it?
But Busquets has, I think, COVID here.
COVID.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
He's got COVID, so he may
Oh,
not.
yeah.
So they've isolated. The team has gone to this.
Busquets, yeah.
Oh, that's bad. So who's the team captain? Anybody know?
Oh,
I don't know who's the new
who's
captain.
it?
now.
That's
Thiago?
because, hey, look.
Alba.
I asked them to prove a point. Nobody cares about Spain anymore. Really, nobody. Honestly, there's no hype around the team much. They know Chaka football is not there. The coach, he left in 2019 for a while.
Yeah, and he came back. Yeah, and he
Came back again. He came back. He had issues with the assistant coach. So they technically all the players are gifted. Just whether they can put the whole thing together, I'm not sure. Poland, on the other hand, have been playing together for a while, but I think the coach is not really been there for like years. So they are going to rely on the teamwork, and they're going to rely on this guy. I think it's a fantastic striker, Lewandowski. Top scorer, scored 9 goals, I think.
Compared to Alvaro Morata of Spain, I think I would take Poland.
Yeah, they got a class, man. That fellow is pure class. So he will be leading the line. So now Sweden, I don't know. Now Junsern talking to him yesterday. He said,
Henrik Larsson's son is playing.
Larsson's son, there you
Really?
go.
Okay.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Zlatan is also in the team.
No, I think he didn't, right?
He's injured.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
He got injured.
Oh, he didn't make it. No, Zlatan.
So
got injured.
finally he didn't make it. Okay. So that means I had some old league. So that means only and it's Henry Larsson's son, not his son, is it, Vincent?
His son is in the team. Yep.
Okay, so not him. So so if that's the case, I think the one's gonna top the group is Poland. And then the second place, I think, will be a fight between any of these 3. Okay, and the other 2, Spain or Sweden.
So
I'm not really sure. I was hoping
Sorry, who you were saying? Who to top the group? Poland.
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 I think Poland will top the group. That's my 2 cents. My big 2 cents. Last minute research work. Anyway, I'm glad. What do you guys think about this group? So I want you guys on.
I think it's quite open. Yeah, I think it's quite open because Spain's squad is rather young, but you have some young big stars like Pedri, and then what's the guy from Man City? Rodri, is it?
Yeah.
Ferran Torres as well.
Ferran Torres, yeah. So they have a really young squad. So I don't know what to expect from them.
I
think only thing I expect Morata to miss chances as well.
Yeah, Spain's forward line is actually the only fella that I can really look at is actually Morata. The rest is what Gerard Moreno or Yarzabal, Pedri. Pedri is very young. He's 18 years old. I think he's one for the future.
So it's no pressure on them to win. So they might perform better this season.
Yeah, their midfield itself also is a mix of really old and really young.
They like to play that 4-5-1 formation a lot of times.
Yeah.
One man up front.
I think also that they are playing in their group stages. They are playing at home. They're playing in Spain as well, which gives them an advantage against the rest as well. So I still see Spain coming out of this group as either winners or runners up.
All right, nice.
They have the skills, lah. They definitely have the skills, lah.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Alexander Isaac?
Rings a bell.
He's the guy
who scored not Tottenham, is it?
Yeah. He plays for Sociedad with Oyarzabal, and he actually scored more goals than Ibrahimovic managed in that season with Barcelona. So he's the top scoring Swedish player in La Liga this season. And he's a young guy, like 21, 22, and he's leading Sweden's attack. So dark horse for he's 21. He's like 6'5". You know, he's just the next Ibra. So
Sweden's coach is the longest tenured one there in the whole.
Is it? Yeah.
That could help. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Kevin, what is it?
No, they first another star player from I think Juventus. What's the young guy?
Kulusevski, something like that.
Kulusevski,
something
what
like that.
I think he's
position
one
did they
to
play?
watch as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got quite a lot of young
Juventus.
players for Spain.
What position did that boy play?
He can play on the wing. He can play on the wing and play midfield as well. Yeah.
All right. Nice. Okay, so let's go to Group F, man. Group F, crazy.
This is a killer group.
This is a brilliant.
This one.
Gonna be crazy. Hit it, bro. Hit it.
This is the group of death.
Definitely.
Sorry.
That's Hungary.
The flags in this group and Hungary, iconic.
This group, compared to all the other group, this group got the most semi-finalists and the finalists from the previous tournament. They have two finalists. They have one semi-finalist, and they have a
couple of winners.
Yes. A couple of winners. Yep.
And a former powerhouse in this group. Former. So let's just go through the start off with the first one. Let's go with the former powerhouse, like give them some chance to shine a little bit. So Hungary, we're going to look at Hungary. Of course, if you look back in the 50s, they used to be one of the top teams in Europe, apparently. Then, of course, Puskás, correct. Puskás is their star player, and they're going to be playing in the Puskás Stadium as well. And this is going to be their second Euros in a row. The last Euro, they actually qualified, and they actually topped their group with Portugal coming in third and Iceland coming in second. So again, we keep thinking that they are a small team, but they may spring a surprise. And what happened is that they got knocked out quite badly by Belgium in the round of 16 4-0. That's the previous tournament. What happened in their qualifying is that they finished second in their group behind Finland. And then, but the thing is, they win as many as they lost, win 4, lose 4, but somehow they managed to qualify through the playoffs. Let's look at their strength and their key areas. So at the moment now, I mean, they don't have many star players, but they will definitely want to rely on their defense, which is Willy Orban and Peter Gulaski, which is from
same team.
From
Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Actually, they lost their star player as well.
Yeah.
Dude called Sloboslai.
Yep.
Yeah, they lost him, I think, like 2 days ago.
Before that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and definitely in terms of defense, they will definitely want to rely on these two fellas because if you look at Leipzig itself, they had a very good season this season. Their defense, they actually have the best defense in the Bundesliga. So they definitely want to rely on these two guys. But in terms of attacking, I mean, they don't have much, but the captain itself, Adam Slazai, he's a towering fella. I think he's 193 cm. Super tall guy. So they're most probably going to be playing set pieces, I think, because
they do.
Looking at it, there's no other way they can really break open if they're going to play against the other three powerhouses. So that's for Hungary. Now let's look at the Portugal team. This Portugal team, I think they have to win this tournament. If not, then it's going to be a waste. I mean, compared to their previous squad, compared to their previous squad, this squad is actually, in fact, more stronger. Because some of the players that was young players back then, they are now coming of age already, and then some of those players are really showing their true colors and talents as well in the last few years. So, but the thing is, they didn't have a smooth ride towards this tournament. So even though they are the champions, defending champions, they came in second to Ukraine, and of course, what I call the previous Euros, if you look at the group stage, they didn't actually win the group also. They actually came in third place and they managed to go on and win the tournament. So this time around, I think with Germany and France in the team and potentially Hungary causing an upset, I think they really need to hit the ground running. And if not, I mean, worst come to worst, maybe they can qualify as the third team again. Who knows? Then let's look at their strength, key strength.
Hang on. Who's playing who first in this group? I'm curious now.
Oh, okay.
The first two matches is who and who?
Okay. Hold on. Group F.
Hungary, Portugal, France, Germany.
Yeah, it's a very strong.
When is it, bro? Can go.
Wednesday.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Wow, this group's first game is Wednesday.
Yeah, on 15.
Almost a week.
15. I mean, our 16 lah. Yeah, 15 lah. So I mean, in terms of defense, they still have their 2016 team, Jose Fonte, and then of course the super old Pepe is still inside there. I think he's at the moment one of their senior players as well. I mean, but the person that they really want to focus on is Ruben Dias, actually, and João Cancelo, because both of them, I mean, they had a very good season with Man City, and Ruben Dias himself is very impressive. If you look at him, how he played with John Stones.
I think he's in the EPL left team of the year, right?
There's actually a lot of EPL
3 or
players
4 of them are there.
in this Portugal team. And their midfield itself, wow. I mean, where do I start? Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Neves, Bernardo Silva, and João Moutinho. That's just the 4 players that can actually simply unlock any team, I feel. So with that 4 players, I can't see why they can't progress further. Then attack itself, of course, I mean, the evergreen Ronaldo. This will be his 5th European Championship. And the upcoming Diogo Jota. Yeah. He had a very good season with Liverpool also. And then
he got injured.
Yeah, until he got injured. And then João Felix from Atletico Madrid, who just won the league. He's also another upcoming one. So the thing is, if you look at this Portugal team, if they manage to hit the ground running, I can see them going very far, and they can cause a lot of damage in this tournament. Then coming to the next powerhouse, or I would say soon to be a waning power, I would say Germany. They were the semi-finalists, but of course, looking at it, this will be Joachim Löw's last tournament as a head coach, so I think he most likely will try his best to go out with a bang, lah. Okay, but by looking at the squad, I don't think this Germany team looks very strong, especially in their defense. They look very light on the defense, you know.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at it, I mean, compared to other teams, they don't look that strong in terms of defensively. Of course, they still have Manuel Neuer in goal. His experience definitely counts, and he's already 35 this year. So definitely his experience will count for good lah. But in the defense, most probably I see Matt Hummels starting again in the back together with Niklas Süle of Bayern Munich. But if you look at it, Bayern is between Niklas Süle and Antonio Rudiger also. But
actually, if you watched recently, I think they switched to a 3 at the back. Rudiger on the left, and then you have Hummels, and the other was the other guy. Not Süle. Usually the other guy. He brings more balance. I can't recall the guy, but I know he brings more balance to the back. Although he's not as big a name as Süle, but he brings more balance to the back squad.
Matthias Ginter, is it?
Ginter.
So they play full wing backs now.
Three. Yeah. Then they have wing backs. Gulsen and what's the other guy? Kimmich.
I think Kimmich is playing on the right.
Okay. So it's pretty interesting.
Anyway, they trashed Latvia 7-1 last night.
And their front, I mean, they have Müller as, I think, the false 9 at the moment. He plays the main striker. Yeah.
And what is Werner doing?
On the wing.
Okay.
He's playing on the left wing, actually. But then their front 3 is quite fluid if you watch.
Yes, correct. I'm getting there.
Sorry, okay, go ahead.
Back to you.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I got interrupted with passionate German fans.
But now it's your call. Where will Germany finish?
But their midfield itself, I would say, their midfield is actually still very impressive. They have Leroy Sané and Serge Gnabry. And then, like you say, Kimmich is playing. So now, whether how they want to play him, he's going to be there also with Kroos and Gundogan. Gundogan, I think in this season itself, they push him up to number 10. I think Guardiola played him as a number 10, and he did really well as a number 10. And I think they may actually do the same thing with him again for this Germany team to actually link up to create a more fluid front line, like what Kevin was saying just now as well.
Yeah.
In terms of striking department, like what Kevin shared just now, also they have a very fluid front line and they have a very intelligent front line. They got Kai Havertz, Müller, they have Werner, and these players, they are able to switch around very fluid. Like they can play a false nine, they can play wing, they can play inside forward. There are many ways that they can come, and we know that Joachim Low, he's a very attacking-minded coach. So definitely, he would definitely want to put in some attacking elements in his team. He will not play too defensive, but I think he knows that his team is weak in terms of defense, not as strong as the old German teams, the World Cup winning teams. But I think he may pull off a surprise of playing three at the back. Who knows? Only the tournament we will see how he wants to play. He wants to go risky, or he just want to play it slightly more safe for his last tournament for Germany. But again, I'm still not convinced with their defense. Hummels didn't have a very good season with Dortmund as well, and Bayern, I felt that this is not their strongest squad. Okay, this is not strongest squad, and the players are not too experienced internationally. So I'm not sure whether they are able to pull it off or not. Maybe they can do it like how the previous World Cup when their team is really young. So maybe.
So one of the third place qualifiers, are you saying they're not going to get out of the group? That means
they may be third. But let me go to France first. Okay, let me go to France first.
Okay.
Group of death, I have to.
This is the guys that are like another one, odds-on favorite.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going to be one of the favorites as well for this tournament. But the thing is, the qualifying also wasn't that great. I mean, they actually drew once to Turkey and lost once to Turkey, which the team is not filled with a lot of star players, which I'm quite surprised that they actually didn't manage to pull through any of this as well. If you look at it, the area defense, I mean, in terms of goalkeeping, Hugo Lloris didn't have a very good season. I think he hasn't been in his top form for the last 2-3 years as well. He hasn't been very well. In terms of defense, I think the key player will be Varane again. He himself is I think the linchpin in the defense lah. And he got the speed, he got the experience now, and of course I think most probably he will again partner with Clement Lenglet, from Barcelona. So it's going to be a very fluid defense, a very
Mbappe, right?
Mbappe will be
Mbappe.
Yeah, he'll be in the mix as well. But these two are the one that started the most together during the qualifying, Lenglet and Varane. And in midfield you have N'Golo Kante playing all 4 positions. He is the midfield. Then you just throw in Musa Sissoko, Pogba, Tolisso, Lemar. Wow, I mean, they are almost as good as the Portuguese team in terms of creativity, in terms of penetrating runs and all those. And then up front, I think Mbappe he's no longer that teenager that went to the tournament last time. He's now their key man up front already. I don't think so. Griezmann will be their key man now. Previously, they were saying that they're putting quite a lot of quite a lot of weight on the Griezmann, but I think this time around it's going to be Mbappe. Griezmann, he didn't have a very good season with Barcelona. I think he didn't even have a good run with Barcelona since he went there. So I don't think so. He will be the main key man. But again, he still have that creativity and that run there.
Experience. Yeah.
Yes, correct. And together with Benzema and Oliver Giroud, I think they have quite a good mix of forward in front also. Giroud himself, if you look at him, he's more of a playmaker now than a goal scorer. I mean, he's the big man up front, heading down to all the other players and causing havoc with his size. I think that itself can be something. And Benzema itself, he's changed his style.
I think it's either Giroud or Benzema. I don't think they both play together. Yeah.
Correct. It's either them. So it's all these are experienced players and they are playing for big teams. So they can definitely take this advantage to feed Mbappe, I feel. And Mbappe, knowing when on his day he can single-handedly destroy the entire defense, by just his penetrating run. And with the midfield that they have, I can see them going very far. In fact, I think they can even win this tournament if they really click and get on top form in this tournament. So that's for me. I feel France will most probably be number 1, followed by Portugal. If they hit the ground running, Germany, I think they'll just come in third this time around. They don't have that extra firepower to bring them out. I mean, as a top team at the moment.
But Junsern, sorry guys, but Germany, right? They've come into tournaments so out of it, have steadily progressed and surprised everyone. They
Correct,
grind.
correct.
They can grind it out as well.
Correct. One thing about Germany is their work ethics. Their work ethics is there. And their teamwork, correct. So again, is all for the taking. I feel that on paper you feel that Germany may not be as strong as the other two teams. I mean, Hungary is a given. They will definitely qualify first.
Well, France, Portugal, and Germany are in the top 5 the teams to win the whole thing. I think France is number 1, Germany is number 4. No, Portugal is number 4, Germany is number 5. You got 3 of them in one group. So now I want to hit Nigel. Nigel, who do you think will win it? Give me your 1, 2, and 3.
This one, number 1. This one.
I have a croissant with some extra cheese.
Yeah. Oh no, this is very tough. Like honestly, very, very tough. I think France definitely around there. Number 2, number 3 is going to be tough. I would say, if I'm looking at it right now, Belgium. I think Belgium will make it up there, and then
they have to.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at their squad,
it's their last tournament for a lot of good players.
Yeah. I think France, Belgium, number 3. Between Germany and Portugal, right? You can't sort of avoid. If I had to choose between those two, it would be Germany, France, Belgium, Germany.
Sorry, who do I think will win this?
Who win it? Who comes second?
I actually chose a Germany-Portugal final.
Whoa.
I actually chose a Germany-Portugal final. I'm actually going to go a lot on Portugal this time around. I think like what Vas and Junsern also kind of touched base on earlier as well, that they have an extremely solid team. I mean, second to none next to France, but in terms of flair, in terms of goal, in terms of if you kick out Ronaldo from the group, Jota is going to score. If you kick Jota from the group team, another guy is going to score. They have good options. So it's Germany, Portugal for me. The final, Portugal 1, Germany 2, and my dark horse for the tournament. Cousin Roy, you had Poland, right?
Ooh.
Yes.
You had Poland, right?
To come on the group, yeah.
If the grouping goes well, I'm actually having Switzerland in the semi-final.
Really?
Okay.
The grouping goes well. And if the grouping goes well for England as well, I hope they qualify second in their group. Then they'll have an easy round of 16.
Path.
Yeah.
All so German and Portugal.
German and Portugal and Switzerland for 3.
I mean, they'll have to come out of that group of death.
Yep.
Okay, do you think, Kevin?
For me, I think on paper, definitely France. I mean, they brought in Benzema, who is banished from how many years ago? I think more than 5 years. Yeah. So I think they mean business this time. So most likely be France to take it. Although I think Belgium might be the dark horse here, because Lukaku's really on form. He's no longer the teammate Lukaku from Man U. He's now like, he reminds me of Drogba, on fire, beast. He's really a beast this time. So I have a feeling that Lukaku will lead Belgium to the finals as well. So it'll be a France-Belgium finals. And third place could be a mix-up between Portugal, Germany, or England. I can't really decide between these 3. They are really balanced, yeah.
You're copying my notes, man. Copying my notes. Yeah. It's tough to look past, yeah.
Okay. First, I'd like to say Group F. I've picked Germany to actually top the group. France.
No. To win the whole thing.
To win the whole thing.
Tournament.
Okay. To win the whole thing, here's my listing: semi-finals, Germany, Italy, Belgium, England. Finals, Germany, England. And to win it, England 2-1. Well, record it. Let's look at it when we come back to it.
Okay, but Junsern?
I can't tell if he's an England supporter or not. I just can't tell.
I'm not too sure. Maybe by the time we do the next show, we'll figure it out. Junsern, who are you?
I still think it's going to be the repeat of the previous tournament where France and Portugal will go to the final. This time around, I have a feeling England and maybe Belgium will go to the semis as well. So the semis will be England, Belgium, France, Portugal. I can't see any other team progressing further.
France winner.
What about Kasper Schumacher to repeat his father's heroics?
The thing is,
Okay, strangely, I have Denmark in the quarters.
Yep,
But-
same.
Okay.
the only thing about Denmark is they don't have the Laudrup brothers
Striker.
inside. So, so the last tournament, the Laudrup brothers actually did a lot of damage with Schumacher at the back, and with the Laudrup brothers in the midfield. I think that one was a thing that won the tournament.
When they won it.
Yeah, and that the Denmark team, actually, if you look at it, they do have a lot of good players in that team.
Then
but-
Eriksson. Eriksson to lead the team. He leads Inter Milan to the Serie A title. Why not Denmark?
Maybe, but I don't know. I can't see them go further. I mean, maybe quarterfinals. Surprise, Denmark, Sweden. Who knows? I mean, Croatia is in the mix as well. They got a lot of very good but aging players there. They may actually have one.
I think they might beat England recently at the Nations League, didn't they? They were like second.
Correct.
Yeah, England was third.
But I think England didn't feel their strongest squad there.
In the Nations League. Yes, correct.
But again, like how Denmark won. I mean, the Euros, there's a lot of surprises, like how Greece won the last time.
Yep.
We didn't expect them to even make it through the group stages, and they actually go all the way. Portugal, the last tournament, was in third place. I thought, no, this is the end for Ronaldo, and he actually lead them all the way to the finals, and he didn't play in the finals or more. Become sort of like a coach motivator kind of fella. I remember watching that clip, I was laughing. I was like, they have a meme. They say what? Didn't score in the final. I mean, didn't do the final assignment, but managed to score together with the team and pass the exam. So, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, he wants to go out on the bank also. Like, I think in terms of Portugal, there's a motivation for Ronaldo because I think he's 6 goals short of being the world leading all-time goal scorer. I think.
You mean from that Asian guy, right? What?
Ali
Daei.
The Iran guy.
Yeah.
And then for World Cup, we saw in the US.
Mhm.
That's where it was.
So
that means nobody's picking anybody from Group A, there's nobody from Group C.
Junsern and Roy, what do you think?
what do you think?
I just want to put one thing out there. It can either be really hit or massive miss. Poland might make it to the semis.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. I feel whatever this stuff, crap out beating. I think the one that can win it this time is England. I think the favorites may not really, they may screw up somewhere here and there, like the French team and all that. I don't know whether they're all really together. So I feel Poland might make it to the semis. I think I'm putting it out there. England to win it. Second place, I swear, this is just a bodoh punya tembak. I don't know whether it's possible in the group, so I got no clue. It's France to make the others. So Poland, France. I think England can win it, and second place whoever lah. Like that. I just feel low. So, I had to put Spain in there. Not really sure what's happening. Maybe they can make it out of the group because Slovakia is the only team that's not playing well there. And for France, Germany, Portugal, this team I really cannot tell. Thank God I didn't have to talk about it. England, their group, if they screw up, if there's an early game draw or whatever, then they have to change the later game. The other team might just park the bus. No, they go. Austria, Netherlands, this one I have no idea. Belgium, Denmark, Finland, Russia. Definitely Belgium have to make it come on. And Italy, Switzerland, Turkey will say have to make it out of the group. So that's where I'm looking at it. Yeah, so this is where we are. So anyway, guys, thank you all very much for joining. I've written it down here, all your predictions here. We got 3 of you taking France to win it. 2 of you taking, one taking Germany, and me and Vas taking England.
Yeah.
So we got three French guys. You'll see how it works out when time comes, man.
I think usually in the first few games, you'll be able to tell what's going to happen already.
Yeah. First game is France against Germany, is it? There you can tell from there.
In the group,
Who do you think?
Yeah.
Who do you think top scorer?
Oh,
Lewandowski.
Lukaku will be good.
I think it will be a tussle between Lewandowski, Lukaku,
Harry Kane.
guys.
Hey, if he's there, man,
You look for the one with the easy group stage. That's who you look for. So I don't think anyone from Group F. I don't think so. All the games too tough.
Too tough.
Yeah. So maybe the Belgium guy, Lukaku.
But Lukaku.
I'm actually putting my money on Jota.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Outsider.
He would have to ask permission from Ronaldo first.
Yeah, man.
Okay, guys.
Can't wait for it.
Appreciate the time. Thank you all for joining. We'll try and do one maybe before the semis or the final. We'll get it done.
Awesome.
All right.
Apart from that, thank you all for joining us, man. Peace out.
Enjoy a good Euro. Watch
Yeah, yeah.
responsibly.
Stay
Stay safe.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
All right,
guys.
cheers.
Cheers. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right.